Hey, good morning. We're back out here at the farm, and today we've got a bunch of tasks to do. Got to change the oil in the tractor. Then we got to put a new tree saw on the tractor. But also we're going to try to get back after this afternoon as it dries off a little bit more. Had a lot of rain, and cut the top of the cabin beams off. That's be the last piece that we have to do, is cut the top pieces off. And then we can start prepping for tin. I mean, this is getting close, guys. I need some tin on this roof. All right, before we do that, let's check in on Tanya. We just got here and she's starting to rake some of this gravel from the other day. What's nice and warm. It's chilly outside today. It's like, right now it's about 50 degrees, and in here it's probably 70. Really nice. What do you think about it all, Gizmo? I like the greenhouse. The wind don't blow here. So I put this over hand tight. Ugh. All right, let's loose. Let me grab the drip pans under it. Wind's blowing pretty good today. I'm gonna throw oil everywhere. Price you pay. Let's put a little bit of oil in there just so that it doesn't have to start from scratch. Dirty head, dirty butt, look at you. Want the foam? I need a chainsaw. I think we're ready. So let me tell you what we're gonna do today. We're gonna cut the front of these boards off over my head. Then we're gonna come back and foam around each one of the corners, and then we get to go play. I'm gonna use the tree cutter. If you guys not seen the tree cutter on the back of the tractor, it's a PTO driven tree cutter. Don't leave this video, because we're gonna do a bunch of fun stuff up here that I guarantee is gonna be sketchy. So it'll be interesting, but the tree cutter is freaking awesome too. So we'll start with this one and work our way down. And we'll have to cut them all and then come back and foam them, because I can't reach it.
Okay.
I'll have to do it one at a time. Go down just a little bit. It's good. So what I gotta do now is just make the mark and cut it off.
And I'm gonna go safe distance away from the sawmill dust.
Go safe distance.
Sawdust. Please be careful.
Do my best. Probably should have started the chainsaw down there before I got up here, so I know that it's going to start.
Why don't you step down and try this?
Now I know why I wanted to be on the other side.
I need it on the other side. I was thinking the same thing.
It's too late now.
Huh?
Too late now.
Now I can go back up a little bit. Step down for a second and I'll back up. It's not going anywhere.
I don't know.
No, it's not going anywhere. Just step back.
I hit the man basket.
All right.
That wasn't too dramatic. Still makes me pucker.
Yeah. Okay, you need to go back.
Good. Back, hey, just a little bit back. Not that much. Okay, that's good. The next one has the nail right in the way of where the chainsaw's got to cut. Yeah, it's gonna be. I'm gonna have to dig this nail out. Raise me up and
That's it.
tilt me forward just a little bit. Getting close, man. Just a few more. We've been talking about doing this for the last, what, 5 videos?
Yeah. We just haven't gotten to it because of the weather-wise.
What's that?
Because of the weather most of the time.
Well, I mean, we had so many other things we had to get done. Then it rained, and then... Hey, if it was easy, anybody could do it. So we're gonna use this foam stuff, and I gotta take and clean this off. All right, let's see if I can get up here and do this. This is not a high expanding foam, so you really need to put a lot of it in there. I've already put it in from the other side. But like I said, all this is going to be enclosed. Nobody will ever see this, but I still want no airflow. It's good. You want to tip me back? Tilt me up a little bit. The other way. A little more. Good. I can actually do it, I think, better on my knee. It's also going to keep bugs and break all this off when it comes time. All right, check it out. You can see the foam kind of scooching out there. We got the ends of the, we've been saying we're gonna cut the ends of these boards off for like the last 5 videos, and we just not got to it. Now we've got to it.
I think we're kind of dragging it out too, not doing it.
It wasn't.
It's intimidating.
It was a little, yeah. I think that probably was what it was too. It was intimidating. We had to get the nerve to do it. We're both
find reasons not to do it.
Yeah, we're both stretched out right now over this. But you can see the foam scooching out from under it, and like I said, all this is going to be enclosed, and the up under is going to be LED lights that go out onto the deck, and we have like light up the deck parties, and they'll turn like different colors. And
you're gonna need a deck first for it.
That's just a minor detail. Just a minor detail.
Okay.
Okay, so we got the boards cut off, and now I get to play. I've got the Bommalite tree saw. As you can see over here, there's a lot of the small stuff. I think we're not gonna have any problem with this today. I'm gonna come in and clean up the stuff that's kind of laying on the ground first, and that way I can back into these other trees and basically knock one down, take it off to the burn pile. And I'm just gonna keep repeating that. And I'm not gonna bore you guys to death with this. This won't take long, but I'll show you guys the key points, and I think it's fun. For me, I can sit here and do this all day. All right, so we've learned a lot over the last couple of days of using this tree saw, and it's just like a chainsaw. You got to think about where the tree naturally wants to fall. And in this case, this tree is leaning out in this way. Best way I can get to it is from the back side of the lean. And I've checked the tree there. I don't see any dead limbs. So I'm gonna come in from this back side and just lay this right down. And then that way we'll just start picking these off one at a time, laying them all down. Then we can pick up a group of them at a time and not waste so much time. We've learned a lot on using this the last few days. I also should have a hard hat on. I have to be very cognizant of that because I run off and left my hard hat in my truck and I don't have it here with me. So that's no excuse. Probably should have a hard hat on. Got into a vine too. Stump. I know a guy that's got a stump grinder too. That's what we're gonna do is we're gonna come down here and we'll get everything kind of knocked down, and then we're going to, once we get everything knocked down, we'll come back with a stump grinder, hit all the stumps, probably run the mulcher through here several times and really flatten this out. At some point we'll probably start grassing it. Almost hit the camera. Come back and get that stuff again. Pretty much even with the ground. This is freaking amazing. It lets one person be so much more productive. I could do this for hours at a time and not be, fatigued because I'm not actually physically doing physical labor. This just makes an individual person so much more productive. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and take me another pass here. Pick up some of this loose stuff. Come back at some point with the mulcher and hitting this pretty hard. I want to stop real quick and talk about tractors and tractor sizes. You guys bear with me. I think this is important. I'd love to hear your comments on this subject. So when you buy a tractor, you don't want to think about what you're doing just today, next week, next month even. You want to think about what are you going to be doing this tractor 3 years from now. For example, we're clearing this out. It's going to be 5-acre pasture here. So once this becomes a pasture, it's going to have to be maintained. and what is going to be the best option for that project when we get to the point where we're maintaining 5 acres of pasture. You know, we're gonna have to mow that, you know, keep it clipped, keep it fertilized, possibly, you know, till it every once in a while. So those are the things you got to think about. What are you going to be doing in 4 or 5 years from now? And also, how fast do you want to do it? So obviously the T25, which is my favorite tractor, could do most everything I'm doing here. It would just be doing it in smaller steps. I'm even pretty confident that it'll run this tree trimmer. However, you know, I don't know for sure yet, but we will absolutely find out. But in the future, the farm's only going to be more and more tractor intensive as we clear more and more land, and also when we have trails to maintain, because once you clear a trail, that doesn't mean it's done. You have to keep going every year. So it's going to be a lot of maintenance, and that's where the size of a tractor really plays into your purchasing decision. Don't just go with the cheapest price. Don't think about this week, next week, 2 weeks from now, 2 months from now. Think about 4 years from now, 5 years from now. This tractor is 4 years old, and it has been absolutely outstanding. Alright, so I got me some brush pulled up in here pretty tight. I'm gonna kick the PTO off and see if I can turn this backwards. Get this out. All right. I think we gotta clear it out. thought it was. Well, there you go. We got the 474 and the Bommalite tree saw with the grapple on the front of the tractor. And man, you talking about we got some stuff done. This took about an hour. Hopefully I can get this out here wide enough where you can see what we've done in just an hour's time. Maybe an hour, 15, 20 minutes. But if you look behind us, you can see that how dense it is. That's how all of this was behind us. And with this tool, my goodness, it's amazing what it did. I am so excited about the tree saw. There's a lot to learn, and there's some safety stuff that you need to think about. May even put a canopy on the tractor. It's something to think about because we have got days and days and days of land to clear down here. Anyway, listen, appreciate you watching the channel. Please leave some comments. God bless. Have a great day.